Hello, everybody, and welcome to the JIMPACT Zone, where I, James Chisanti, cover all things Impact Wrestling. And it's a big show tonight because we're covering the go-home show before Bound for Glory tomorrow. That's right. The biggest show Impact has to offer is tomorrow night on pay-per-view, and whatever other premium service you watch your Impact Wrestling on, it's going to be an exciting show, and tonight was a great way to lead to tomorrow's big major extravaganza event. We had a contract signing. We had special guest referees. We had blood. We had everything. It was a good night, and we're going to get into it right now, once I'm done getting all the social media stuff out of the way. And yes, you might be wondering, why do I have a mustache? I don't know. Watch Bob's Burgers. It's Comic-Con weekend. Put two and two together. We'll figure it out. I believe in you. But this was a great show. We start off the bat with a match, a one-on-one match between number one contender for the X Division Championship, Frankie Kazarian, taking on the man who thinks he should be the number one contender for the X Division Championship, Kenny King of Honor No More. This was a nice back and forth match between these two men who have competed against each other in various promotions, whether it was Impact, whether it was Ring of Honor. These men are not strangers to one another, and it's really exciting to see them go at it again in another decade. The winner of the match, Frankie Kazarian, building a nice little momentous run into his match with X Division champion Mike Bailey, Speedball. I cannot wait for this match. Speedball has been killing it. Speedball has been a fighting champion to be proud of. And Kaz, win or lose, is going to give him a great match. So this is either going to be Speedball's highest mountain he's climbed, or this is the end of the run and Kaz is going to bring some veteran know-how to the X Division Championship. We did get a nice little backstage video highlighting Speedball versus Kazarian ahead of the match tomorrow. And I got to say, I didn't need it, but it was good. And I cannot wait for this match tomorrow. We then get Mickie James coming out so she could do guest commentary. See, I said special guest referee. I didn't even think about the special guest commentator. Mickie James comes out and joins the commentary booth for Mia Yim versus Gisele Shaw. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This match was fine. It was all right. The thing to remember about this match was the finish, because Jesus Christ, was it brutal. Mia Yim gets the 1-2-3 on Gisele Shaw after an eat defeat right to the neck of Gisele Shaw. Gisele ate it like she got shot, and the recoil was, she fell like a ton of bricks. It was brutal. Don't watch it if you're squeamish. By all accounts, Gisele is all right, but man, was that a brutal finisher. We had a post-match stare down between Mickie and Mia afterwards. And let's see, I personally don't think the last rodeo is ending tomorrow night, but if it does, Mia Yim is quite the opponent to give Mickie James that last loss and to send her out into the sunset. I'm hoping that's not the case, and I don't think it will be. We did get another video package highlighting the 20 people that will be in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match tomorrow. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with what the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match is, you have 20 competitors in the ring in a battle royal setting. Once you get to the final two, those two competitors will compete in a singles match that ends by pin or submission. The winner of that will be able to call their shot at the World Championship anytime, any place. Think Money in the Bank. They get a nice, crafty little trophy. I'd be jealous if I was a wrestler. It's not going to happen. It's okay. Pray for me. We do get another backstage segment. Brian Myers walking down the hallway where he confronts Bhupinder, Delirious, and a woman representing Black Taurus, to tell them that all of them are open to his challenge for the Digital Media Championship, and he is ready for any of them. I don't think it's going to be any of them, but that's fine. I think we're going to get a fun surprise tomorrow. I don't know who it could be. I think there are some fun names out there that could potentially challenge for the title. But hey, why ruin the surprise with baseless speculation? What is this? The internet? No, I don't think so. But we do have now the main event match of the night, in my opinion. Yeah, there was another match that followed it, but this was the big one. Moose versus Steve Macklin with Sammy Callahan as the special guest referee. Now, let me tell you, this was not their match. This was not Moose's match. This was not Steve Macklin's match. This was Sammy Callahan's match. They were his playthings, and he had fun screwing with them, taking long counts, not adhering to what the traditional referee, I don't know what the word would be, etiquette, because there was certainly no gentlemanly sportsmanship with Sammy Callahan tonight. It was a brutal match. Macklin got bloody early, still selling his Victory Road scars from that brutal match that they had. And I wasn't expecting blood as early as we got it, but hey, it happened. I think that Macklin is a weird talent. I like him a lot. He's got a lot of the pieces to be a main eventer. He's not really where Moose is Mr. Impact, in my opinion. But he's got all the tools to be a main eventer. And Sammy Callahan is Sammy Callahan. You either love him, you hate him, you don't get him, or you love everything about him. But say what you will about Sammy, this was a great match. He had a lot of fun doing his thing as referee, a lot of comedy, a lot of riffing, and a lot of physicality, because, hey, the match ended with Macklin getting the 1, 2, 3, but not because of Macklin or anything Moose did wrong, but simply because Sammy Callahan decided he was going to pile drive him first or second. You know what? It doesn't even matter, because, yes, he pile drive both Moose and Steve Macklin, and then puts Macklin on top of Moose and decides to finally count throughout the match and get the 1, 2, 3. Steve Macklin going to be in the Call Your Shot Battle Royal tomorrow, as is Moose, as is Sammy Callahan. We do have a nice package setting up the Call Your Shot Gauntlet. You know, some people trying to get into the match. The last spot needs to be taken. We know there's a few mystery spots, but who's the last spot? A lot of guys are arguing for it, but it doesn't matter, because if you call his name, he will appear. I believe in Joe Hendry. And yes, Joe Hendry is the last spot in the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. I am so excited to see this guy debut. I have been dying laughing watching his videos every week, and I hope he has a better run now here in Impact than he did previously years ago, where he never really got the shot he deserved. He was more there as just oh, hi, I'm getting a check. And that's not on him. It was just they needed a body, and Joe Hendry appeared. You see, I can still do it. We had a tag match between Taya Valkyrie and Jessica versus the Swingerellas. Do I know what that means? No. Do I know who they are? No. Do they look like they should be wrestling? Also, no. But hey, Taya and Jessica looked really good as a team. They showed a lot of good chemistry. It's always fun to see Taya having fun in the ring. It's always fun to see Jessica having fun in the ring. As they were doing their thing, they were being watched by VXT backstage. And I got to tell you, most impressive thing about tonight was how they filmed the camera angle of VXT watching the match. We're looking at them from behind the TV, and they're watching TV like normal people. That's groundbreaking. That's so innovative. And I know it sounds like I'm joking. I know it sounds like I'm being silly, but how has no one done this before? How has WWE not done this? How has AEW not done this? This is brilliant. Once again, Impact Wrestling, innovating where others aren't. Thank you, Impact. Thank you, VXT. And thank you, Gia Miller, coming out, interviewing VXT backstage, and how the two ladies joke that Jessica might be sick, but Deonna is ill watching them, and they are so ready to defend their Impact Knockout Tag Team titles tomorrow at Bound for Glory. Very excited for this match. I think there's going to be some shenanigans, but good match regardless between four great competitors and Rosemary on the outside. So very excited. Moving on to what is technically the main event match of the night, we have Matt Taven. Did you know his name was Matt Taven? I know the guy wears purple, but did you know his name is Matt Taven? Versus Alex Shelley. Again, do I know where I'm pointing? Not at all. I'm not from Michigan, but he does it a lot, and I got to respect him. But this was a nice back-and-forth match between two of the four competitors for the Impact Tag Team titles. Yes, that match will be happening tomorrow, Bound for Glory as well. This was a good match. Alex Shelley can carry a broom to a nice match, and Matt Taven is better than a broom. I think so, at least. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I love Matt Taven. This was a good match. Shelley gets the win. I'm fearful now that this means the Motor City Machine Guns aren't going to win the tag team titles tomorrow. We do know that Taven and Bennett's contracts are supposedly up this month. I don't know what that means. Impact is very weird when it comes to contracts and people and their revolving door. But I do hope that the OGK stick around. I wouldn't mind them holding on to the tag titles, but I will never cheer against the Motor City Machine Guns. They're too damn good. We had a clip of Outside the Ropes with Josh Alexander. After Josh's promo, Eddie Edwards, his challenger for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship tomorrow, is heated. He confronts him. His wife, Alicia, gets in the middle, telling him that enough is enough. He's got to make a decision. If he continues down this path, he loses her, he loses his wife. That is some drama. That is some soap opera goodness that makes wrestling wrestling. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of expecting a swerve. Honor No More. A lot of people, some people are getting a little tired of them. I'm not. I think they're probably the hottest thing going on in Impact, or at the very least, the most important thing going on in Impact. And I think Eddie Edwards is walking away with the title tomorrow after his lovely wife turns on Josh Alexander and helps him win the title. We'll see. Don't call it a prediction. It's just mindless rambling of an internet wrestling fan. What can you do? Finally, we end the show with a contract signing between Masha Slamvich and Jordynne Grace, with our boy Scott D'Amore mediating in the middle. Scott gives Masha an opportunity to say her piece on the mic. She doesn't. She signs the contract. Jordynne Grace gets on the mic and she says, I'm a two-time Knockouts Women's Champion, World Champion. I'm a former Knockouts Tag Team Champion. I'm the first ever digital media champion, and I've been in this position multiple times before, and she's going to teach Masha a lesson at Bound for Glory. Masha decides, you know what? That was good. She has something to say. She gets on the mic, speaks in a language that I don't personally understand, but she's a real nice lady because she translated herself, and she said, Masha's gonna kill you. Well, you would think that Jordynne Grace would respond, but no, Masha instead jumps, beats her to it, throws the table on her, flips the table over, throws some punches, throws chairs all over the ring. They go back at it a little bit. Jordynne throws Masha onto the top rope. She goes for a muscle buster, but Masha counters it and hits her with the snowplow. Masha stands tall with a day left before Bound for Glory. Guys, this is going to be a big, meaty woman match, slapping meat. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be different. I love it. Impact is the place to go for women's wrestling. The Knockouts division is the best women's division in all of wrestling, or at the very least, the best booked women's division in all of wrestling. Either way, this was a fun show. They did a lot to set up for tomorrow. Last week was a little bit of filler. This week, a little bit of filler too, because, I think they were in a weird holding pattern after Victory Road. It's weird to have two premium events back to back, but it doesn't matter. I'm ending the night excited. I'm starting tomorrow excited for Bound for Glory. We will be live here on the Mark It Down podcast in the JIMPACT zone. I will have the other members of the Mark It Down podcast with me. I am super excited for that. It's going to be a great show. It's Impact WrestleMania, if you will, and I hope you guys will join me. I thank you again for joining me tonight here in the JIMPACT zone. And remember, guys, watch Impact Wrestling. It's worth it.